Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am back at it here with the new season. I've got the Furnace, the brand new Furnace that's been reworked, and I've also got the Prince in this version of the deck. It's really solid. The Prince coupled with, something like just the Furnace is just an overall really solid option, because the Furnace obviously spawns that Fire Spirit and causes some problems for the opponent. Obviously we're going to take a boatload of damage right now, but he did have to expend a lot of elixir and he's only got the Dagger Duchess, so this should be pretty interesting here. I think our opponent is actually able to defend this somewhat well, which is pretty interesting. We took a lot of damage early on, but all in all it's not too bad. I'm going to go for the Little Prince here. This should be pretty good. I'm going to go for the Prince up top, and we'll get ready for a push here. So I'm expecting him to have his 1 elixir skeletons or something. Obviously we have, all these, or the Goblin Gang, I guess in this case. But the reason why obviously the Prince is going to work pretty well with this, I think, is because of the Furnace spawning those Fire Spirits and just causing problems for the opponent. So we're going to take 2 hog hits actually. That's kind of surprising. But we will get a pretty decent counter push here. So we're going to do this here. The Firecracker is going to switch its focus, and we are going to get a connection on the left side tower. The right side is taking a boatload of damage as well. Obviously that Firecracker is going to clean things up pretty well for them, but that right side tower is down really bad. I'm going to go ahead and arrows this. Should be able to kind of clean all of that stuff up, including that knight. So really nice. The Prince is just a really nice addition. If you want to go with the mini P.E.K.K.A, you can do that too. Obviously each one of them is going to have their own slight downsides and whatnot. Let's do this here. So this should keep the Little Prince alive. So all in all, pretty solid. Let's go with our Furnace here. Should be able to damage down that evil Firecracker. And that's just an added benefit. Obviously I have the Little Prince here. Little Prince is going to help with, kind of the 3-card cycle and whatnot. We will give up a hit, but we should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and lightning this. And he's got a Mega Knight out of nowhere. Okay, so we need to be careful here. I might have overestimated that a little bit. Let's go recruits here. We should be able to take that out first. We have the Little Prince as well. So we should be fine because he gave up his Goblin Gang. So we should be able to go with lightning on that right side. Kind of once everything's all done and through. We'll get a Prince ready here. And then we're just going to go ahead and lightning this, and we should be fine. We're going to go ahead, drop that lightning right there, and that right there is going to be good game, well played, really solid stuff. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. Keep things going. And if you don't have something like the Evo, all right, next match here. Keeping things going. And if you don't have something like the Evo Furnace, definitely feel free to opt for any of the previous versions, whether that's going to be with the Evo Hunter, the Executioner, whatever it may be, totally fine. So I'm going to go for E-Spirit here. That should keep our Little Prince alive for the most part. And we'll pop the ability, and that should keep the Ram Rider relatively healthy. So he's going to go for Lightning. The question is if I want to go for Furnace here just to get the evolution version rolling, and we'll probably just drop a Prince here because he should be pretty low on elixir. He's going to take all those Fire Spirits to the face, which is absolutely broken, I think, in my eyes. And yeah, he's going to lose that tower. I think Furnace right now is a little bit too broken. I think the spawn speed is a little bit, yeah, it's just a little bit too fast. I think it deserves a nerf, I think, in my eyes. I'm going to go Ram Rider here. He's probably just going to take it. Or he's going to go for Lumberjack, which is going to be perfect for us because that's going to be a tower down anyways. We'll go Little Prince on this side. And we'll drop the Lightning because this is just too much value here. But yeah, I think Furnace right now is just too good and too much value for what it's worth right now. Initially, I was thinking it was going to be a little bit more mixed, but definitely feeling like, with the Furnace spawning every 1.8 seconds, it's a lot I think it's faster than what it was before as a building. But yeah, overall, solid stuff. No complaints right now. Let's get Furnace going again. We got to be really careful here. I don't know if he's going to do something wild with like his E-Dragon, but we're going to go Ramrod here. So we will have Lightning coming up next, which is going to be absolutely clutch for us. And yeah, he's going to drop that. He's not going to, I don't think he's going to drop a Lightning block. Oh, I think I messed that up big time. Okay, let's go with Prince here. This could be problematic for sure. Let's go for arrows here. Yeah, that's really problematic. I'm going to go ahead and lightning this. I think we should be able to take that out. Yeah, we are able to take that out, but we are going to take a boatload of damage because I missed that lightning and I went for the tower instead. So definitely a mistake on my part there. I'm going to go for the Evo Furnace here. And we should be fine. I know Lumberjack's kind of working it down, but we'll have the Little Prince as well. We might be able to salvage this. That was pretty bad on my part. Oh, he's just going to go in. Okay, that's going to work out. Let's go for the recruits here. So yeah, that was really, really rough. Poorly played on my part. But we'll drop lightning here. Should be able to take that out. And if needed, we have something like the Ram Rider anyways, but we're going to have a decent amount of stuff for him to try and defend. Lumberjack's going to get taken out, and Ram Rider should have a straight line path towards that tower or something like that. We'll pop the Little Prince ability here. Should keep the Little Prince alive plenty, and we're going to end up 3-crowning him anyways. Good game, well played. Let's get on to that. All right, next match here. Keep things rolling. And Furnace, definitely, I think, and I've said it many times in that last one, but really, really solid. We're going to go with the Prince here to answer that. I think he gets one hit only, which is really nice. I'm still working out some of the interactions to expect, you know, against with the Prince, but all in all, the Prince edition is a really good option. Obviously doesn't do as good against, you know, defending against a giant, a golem, whatever it may be, but still overall really solid option. I'm going to go pop drop the E-Spear here in the back as he pops that ability. That's going to be really good value for us. I think that bought him an extra hit. That's fine. I'm going to go recruits here. A little bit aggressive because something like a log or arrows, even Zap would be able to kind of clean it up. But I think this is going to be just a Hog 2.6. So we should be fine to just go Ram Rider here. He can't drop cannon quite yet in the middle, so he's going to have to drop it right in front or late, and that totally works out for me big time. We're going to get a decent amount of damage there, and even if he wants to stay on that left side, we'll be fine because we have some damage on that side as well. So I'm obviously hanging on to my Prince here. It doesn't make sense, I think, to go for Prince and E-Spirit. I don't think that would prevent even a Hog hit. Maybe if I dropped it fast enough, but for the most part won't really be going for that. Let's go for E-Spirit here in the back. And as you can see, by dropping the Furnace in the back, you just get so much value because the Fire Spirits just keep spawning non-stop, and it's really just a pain for your opponent to defend. Lightning here, we get another E-Spirit plus a Furnace hit, and a Furnace or a Fire Spirit spawn. This is absolutely filthy stuff. I definitely think it's going to warrant a nerf. So anyways, dropping the Prince up high is going to prevent that from connecting on the tower. And we're going to go for the recruits here. Prince will be barely alive, but alive enough still to dodge all of that and cause some panic for the opponent. So we should have a really good interaction here. Musketeer is going to get taken out. We have a recruit still alive there. Right side tower is down a decent amount as well. All in all, this is just an absolutely filthy exchange here. We'll have E-Spirit as well. And yeah, we should be good. Let's go with the Evil Furnace in the back here. Let's go recruits. And yeah, there's not much he's going to do. Dropping the Furnace in the back just like that is really wild. I mean, maybe we'll see more poisons to try and counteract that. Lightning here is going to clean that up. And yeah, that right there is going to be good game as we 2-crown him with a few seconds left. Good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. Keeping things rolling. And our opponent's going to start out with Dark Prince. So I'm going to go for the recruits here. Could be suspicious to see what he's got. But we should be able to send the Ram Rider down the other lane, or we'll just go arrows here, kind of clean that up. I feel like Berserker is starting to be a bit more popular, which makes sense. Totally fine with that. I haven't worked out the timing yet with this, but I think this would probably be the best way to do it. Fire Spirit's going to clean up most of that. But yeah, that's one of those things where I haven't worked out all the timing, all the different timings yet, but should still be really solid option. We're actually going to get that Fire Spirit on the tower, which is really nice. We'll go with the Prince here. Should hit the Dark Prince first, and then we'll go for something like the Little Prince. Maybe take some of the bats away. And yeah, we'll be able to defend that pretty well. Dark Prince almost gets the hit off on that Little Prince, but we'll be fine. So Little Prince going to walk his way up. I think it maybe makes sense to just do this here. Might just be a faster cycle deck in general that we're dealing with. So yeah, he's just back to that Dark Prince like clockwork. We're putting in some pretty good work here ourselves. So I think one of those still going to connect, unfortunately, but not too bad all in all. Let's go with the Furnace here. He's just cycling really quickly here. And we're going to drop a Ram Rider right here. See what he's got. But I think Furnace is definitely going to be a problem this season, especially if they don't like nerf it during the season. Ooh, I think I just missed that too. This is going to suck because Dark Goblin is going to start running its way towards us. We'll go E-Spirit here. Yeah, we're going to take both of those to the face. Really, really rough. That's one of the downsides of running a deck like this, is that everything is a bit heavier. So dropping something like 2 Elixir that can do 1,000 points of damage, it's not really that feasible. Anyways, let's go with our Furnace here. Should be fine to clean all of that stuff up. So we're going to arrows this down, obviously, but we're going to give it a little more time. Then we'll drop the arrows. We'll go Prince here as well. Look at that Fire Spear, just putting in work. Just cleaning all that stuff up. Might be a direct counter to the evil Skeleton Barrel, but look at that. All that stuff over there. Little Prince here might be able to hit the right one first. And yeah, I will take that any day of the week. The Evil Furnace is putting in massive amounts of work there. Really, really nice. Arrows here for that Dark Goblin. Furnace here as well. We'll go with the Prince. And we have the E-Spirit here. It's not going to be that much of a problem, I don't think. Yeah, everything connects. And that right there is going to be good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. Keeping things going. Really solid starts. We'll go Furnace to match that E-Golem. I really, really, really want my Lightning here. This is going to be really problematic. But I'm going to go with the Recruits here. Hopefully the Fire Spears kind of start help damaging down the Prince and whatnot. We'll have our own Prince as well. So we'll do that. Oh, he's got double Prince on a E-Golem deck. That's not something I feel like I see every day. I'm going to go Ram Rider here. That should bring that over. Maybe have the stuff on the other side kind of help clean that up. And look at that exchange right there. Absolutely amazing stuff. And that is going to be tower down. This is absolutely filthy. I know we just started this season, but this deck is going to be an absolute problem for our opponents to deal with. We're going to have the Guardian tanking for everything. And he's going to have a P.E.K.K.A. coming out of nowhere. Alright, so we just need to drop the E-Spirit to get back to something like our Recruits. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We'll go E-Spirit here, so we waited an extra second. I'm going to go Recruits here right now. So hopefully with that, that'll be enough to deal with the P.E.K.K.A. plus the E-Drag. I'm definitely going for a King Tower activation because for a second I thought he might have given up, but definitely is not looking like the case. Little Prince here, and maybe have the King Tower kind of help. Yeah, and if you notice what I did, I kept the Little Prince as close to the tower as possible. That way the Prince wouldn't charge afterwards. And look at that King Tower just getting absolutely mauled by Fire Spirits. I think this is absolutely a wild, wild thing. I think it's going to be used so often because it's just too good. I think it's just too good right now. So anyways, let's go E-Spirit here. We have Lightning for his E-Drag. Anyways, Prince is working that down. We're going to drop Lightning here, and we should be good the rest of the way. P.E.K.K.A. is going to get absolutely obliterated. And we're going to have a boatload of stuff coming down his way. We'll go for something like E-Spirit here. Go with the Ram Rider as well. And that's going to allow our Prince to charge onto his, and that might enable us to at least deal most of that tower's damage. So all in all, really nice. Let's do the furnace here. I'm gonna go for recruits up high. And I just need to get enough elixir back. Look at the double fire spears. Just cleaning all of that stuff up. Lightning here is going to clean up the witch and that E-drag. And that right there is going to be a solid match. Really solid stuff. Just absolutely tore up the defenses that we saw. The furnace is going to probably be nerfed in my opinion, just because of the fact of how fast you can spawn those fire spirits. But it's really solid, even if they nerf it a little bit. You know, just the fact that you can drop the furnace in the back and it walks up and it spawns a few fire spirits by then is absolutely broken. Good game, well played. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.